Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Look. Where's the back of my chair? It's gone. The chair's gone. The horrible racing chair, which was causing me massive leg problems, is gone. I'm sat on a box. No, really, I am. I'm sat on a box. Admittedly, it's one of those exercise boxes, which are nice and soft, and it's just like the perfect height. This is just the best purchase I made. Why get a chair when you can have a box? Yeah, it's annoying trying to push it in. That's not why you're here. You're here to hear me complain about WoW. Okay. This video is going to be slightly different, but it's going to have all of those things that you love. So, World of Warcraft have... Oh, dear God. Right, let me just backtrack a little bit. It was only a week or so ago, maybe two. Time has no meaning anymore. That Blizzard announced that they were delaying Shadowlands, the upcoming World of Warcraft expansion, which was meant to hit in 5 days' time. Now no longer. They haven't released a new date for the expansion, and because they couldn't hold their promise, they have been offering refunds for people who have pre-purchased the expansion. Now, because my channel was built up on the World of Warcraft, I thought to the loyal WoW fans, which have still stuck by me even through my transition and you know, sticking with the channel, that I was going to purchase the expansion in 30 days and I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go and I'll see what the new expansion is going to be like. So I thought I would warm up by purchasing a month in advance so I could just sort of like catch up with the current stuff, get a feel for the character again, and then pre-patch obviously would come and then I'd go into the expansion. And I gotta confess, I was bored off my head within a day. The content is just so grindy and boring and wow. I didn't feel any joy or any benefit or any reward from doing any of it. It was just the same old stuff I've done time and time again. Bored, boring. But when they announced that they were delaying the expansion, I cancelled my subscription again because I'm not hanging around. I'm not paying extra WoW money for an expansion which isn't going to materialize. I only did this advance month to just get ready for the new expansion. So you would have thought that right now, Blizzard Entertainment, what an unfortunate word now for that company, would be trying their hardest to appease the community with the expansion delayed with no date. They've decided that they want to become the DSP of video game companies, and they've just turned around and gone, give me money! And have done it in the most egregious way possible. What a surprise. No, we've heard about all the mounts which have come this expansion, but they've put this advert out, came out a couple of days ago, 20th of October, absolutely downvoted to buggery, as you can see, and I ain't even touched this, because I don't even give a shit about this game anymore. But they've put out this new transmog set, which you can purchase from the store for $20, or, and this is the bit which I think is the most insulting thing that you can say, you get it free, parentheses, if you purchase 6 months of game time. You've just delayed your expansion. You can't give a new release date for it, and the first thing that you do is turn around and say, buy 6 months of game time to continue to do the same boring shite you've been doing for the past 8, 9, 10 months. How insulting is that to your audience? But Blizzard don't care, because they haven't cared about their audience for God knows how many years. They haven't given a shit about WoW in God knows how many years. That's why WoW Classic came out, because the current version can't even stand up anymore. They got to give people something that they wanted, which was WoW Classic, to split the time So when there's nothing to do on current game, which is plenty, you can go and do WoW Classic stuff, which is a little bit more fun, a little bit harder, and all that kind of stuff, and relive some nostalgic memories of when the game used to be good. And when community used to be part of it, and all that kind of stuff. So this transmog, right? I'm gonna tell you the God's honest truth. Last night, I was sleeping away. I felt a spirit in my bedroom. Maybe I was drunk. But when I woke up, there was the ghost of Liberace at the end of my bed. And do you know what they said? They said, "Az, you know that new WoW transmog that's available for sale?" And I went, "Yes, Liberace?" And he went, "Well, a little bit gay, innit?" And I was the ghost of Liberace, for goodness sake. Unbelievable. So, yeah, you delay your World of Warcraft expansion. First time I think that they've ever, you know, like pulled a release date once they've set it. Can't give a new release date for it, and then turn around and ask their community for more money. Hey, fork out more cash. Because people are probably unsubscribing or refunding their Shadowlands pre-purchases because, you know, we can't make games anymore. Because Blizzard doesn't stand for quality or entertainment anymore. It stands for cash grab. It stands for putting profits into shareholders' pockets, and it stands for egregious bonuses for all of their bosses while they sack hard-earning workers, some of them which still haven't got jobs, and then put their jobs back up a few months later at a much lower rate for unskilled workers, and just cock the whole thing up. But, you know, let's just shorten it to Blizzard Entertainment for those reasons. So, yeah, it's hot garbage. It looks like trash, to be honest with you. But, of course, it doesn't stop the community from poking holes at it. Let's help Blizzard fund Shadowlands. Gallywix, I am once again asking for your financial support. Might as well be DSP. Come on, somebody, do a DSP World of Warcraft meme for this. Bobby Kotick, do you guys not have money? Spin on, do you guys not have phones? Bobby Kotick as Gallywix. And this, of course, is what really pissing people off as well. This transmog, they've actually fitted ear holes for classes which have pointy ears. Meanwhile, in the actual game, nah, just clip it through. Just clip it through. We can't be bothered to do it for the hoods. But when it's a paid-for transmog where we might get some money, let's actually put a tiny bit of effort into it. Now, I'm going to slightly deviate because I do, and in all fairness, this is, I think, a criticism which I believe is absolutely fine. People say, hey, Az, you do these videos about these egregious WoW microtransactions, but you don't talk about Final Fantasy XIV, and you play Final Fantasy XIV. And that is fair enough. So I'm actually going to address this because the cash shop in Final Fantasy XIV, in my eyes, is just as bad as WoW's. I think it's awful. I think it truly is awful. Although it has fluctuating prices in depending on what you purchase, you can see transmogs on their store, mounts on their store, furnishings for player housing. WoW doesn't have player housing, by the way. And all these different kind of things. Look, really cool mount, but it's for the cash shop only. Now, you know, great whale mount, great Final Fantasy VII Advent Children Fenrir mount, fat cat mount, which somebody very kindly bought for me. So I understand the criticism, and I do believe it's valid. I think there are way too many items on the Final Fantasy cash shop. But why don't we see people bitching and complaining about the Final Fantasy store as we do the World of Warcraft store? Well, I think there's a major reason and a minor reason. The minor reason is some, and I don't know the percentage, so don't come at me, but some, let's just say for argument's sake, 10%, 10 to 15% of the items that you could purchase from here have at one time been in the game. Either in events or something like that. So you have had the opportunity to pick it up, but they've gone. I'm not saying that's justified. I'm just saying you at least have had the opportunity to get it in game. The other aspect is Final Fantasy completely. They have a big patch cycle, 5 patches per expansion, and they're always introducing new contents. So although you do get your classic content, which you have to for MMORPGs, which is stuff like your dungeons, your raids, your main story quest lines, your side quest lines, which are standard fare, we tend to find that's pretty much all World of Warcraft does. Whereas Final Fantasy XIV always tries to do something else with the patches as well. Bring something unique or different to the game. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. But that's the beauty of that, because the more of those very sort of specific contents that get added to Final Fantasy XIV, the more variation it gives to people, the more choice it gives to people. So you have all that classic stuff and you have all the other stuff. On top of that, the team behind Final Fantasy XIV, Yoshi P and all of his crew, they couldn't look more enthusiastic about the game if they tried. They clearly absolutely adore it. And it just oozes through when they talk about it, when they talk about the content, when they talk about how they came to this content, the idea of it, where it arose from, constructing it. And they're not afraid to turn around and say, hey, we can't do these certain things. So it looks like, and I think it's absolutely 100% genuine, they have such a love and passion for the game, which to me in World of Warcraft does not come through in the slightest. Blizzard just come across as greedy and money grubby and without little concern for their audience whatsoever. And Final Fantasy comes across as a game that does value its audience with massive amounts of content, with varied content. And that's why people give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm not saying anyone is right or wrong, but I think that is the reason why Final Fantasy's cash shop doesn't get the flack that World of Warcraft's cash shop does. Now, if Final Fantasy just suddenly turned around and started to become a very lazy game, if Yoshi P just decided, I can't be arsed anymore, the community, I think, would be the first to rise up and say that. But when they released 1.0, something massive happened to the mentality of that company. Because 1.0 was so absolutely rejected by the Final Fantasy community. And all of the effort that they had to go through to revive the game, bringing in a new team, a new engine, a whole new direction, a new world, the whole job lot, that Yoshi P on one of the anniversary events, of course, did that little fourth wall breaking moment where you went into this pocket dimension where he has a character and he said, we made a mistake. We thought we knew best and we didn't listen to our community. And we promised never to do that again. And that is a promise to me which they have held to this current day. Whereas WoW, give me monies. WoW needs to do the vest streak. They need their dollar, their $20 so they can put the vest on and the glasses and spin around in the chair and eat the Skittles and blow the bubbles. They're the DSP of video game companies. I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.